Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Wrestling is Her.
Special edition.
Special edition, because in this episode, we are yet again talking about things outside of the realm of women's wrestling. But that's because it's a very special weekend, and we have a great big show coming up that we want to preview for you all.
A little preview.
For AEW Double or Nothing 2024. The 5-year anniversary of the very first AEW show.
It's the 5th dawn.
How have we gotten this far?
How have we done
already?
5 years?
I know. It seems kind of ridiculous that it's been that long.
It really does. From the press conference to, going all the way back to All In. And
I know.
It just feels...
Such a crazy time that was.
Yeah, it was so much fun, though.
It was. It was a lot of fun. And it's been a lot of fun going through this 5 years, even though it feels like it just started yesterday.
It does. And especially with the bad thing, the demic.
Yes. The bad thing that it helped us get through.
Yeah, it did. And that's one of the big things, like, what does it mean to you? Mm-hmm. And...
Exactly. Like, I mean, everyone had their thing, I guess.
What does it mean to you, like, as far as AEW goes?
AEW means to me, like, just good old-fashioned fun and being able to hang out with people you love and watch something that just brings you joy and makes you angry and makes you yell at the TV, and it's just one of those things, that you look forward to every week. It's tradition.
Yeah, and you're right, though. During the Corona days, it was the only thing we had to look forward to. Mm-hmm. And, it was so crazy. It was
reliable.
No matter what, it was there.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of things that were there, okay?
Right. Everyone has their own version.
But you felt invested because, look, we've been to going on 30 shows.
Yes.
Like, we have been live to on the right side of going to 30.
A good many shows,
right? When it first started, we were so invested in it and just so invested in the whole fact of, oh my God, these indie guys are doing it.
Right.
They're pushing forward. They're going to do, and so many of them that we either knew or loved or...
Yeah, it stemmed from our love of New Japan and the Elite coming out of that and just loving wrestling in its most amazing form.
And it was like we were getting wrestling back.
Yeah.
All the wrestling we watch involves a lot of, I don't know, unscripted promos.
Yes.
Blood.
Yeah.
Like long story matches, like where the story's told in the match.
Absolutely. A lot of strong style going on.
Yeah, a lot of strong style, a lot of lucha, a lot of different varying styles.
Absolutely.
Instead of, everybody trained the same way by the same person.
Right. It's a very eclectic mix of wrestling.
Yeah, and everybody gets a little better because of it. And that's not to say one way's better than another.
No. It's what you prefer.
It's what you prefer. And
personal preference.
That's what we prefer.
Yes.
As far as that goes. And, from the Double or Nothing as being one of the greatest, man, that show... That first Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
I can't say it's my favorite show because there's been so many great
they
shows.
just keep topping themselves.
Even stuff that you would think was a fumble.
Yeah.
Because someone says, oh, that one match, that guy looked side. No, there's not a fumble as a whole pay-per-view.
Not like a full pay-per-view fumble, no.
They're amazing. That's the thing about it. Every one of them has something.
Yeah, that you can point to and go, oh, that was like an insane, crazy match. And I loved it.
And some of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah.
And, that's the craziest thing. If you go back to, the FTR versus the Young Bucks 1.
Iconic.
That was just FTR, the beauty of that. When FTR finally was trying to defeat the Bucks and went to the air.
Yeah.
And that screwed it up, right?
They did the thing they swore they would never do.
And lost because of it.
Yeah.
You go to the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks in the cage.
Oh, jeez.
One of the most iconic things in my mind of all time is that cage dive. That was just so amazing. You go to...
I always just see Penta protecting his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Like covered in blood.
Oh, it was beautiful. You go to some of the stuff even we've been to live. You go to Cody's incredible promo in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. The first time they were in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And the way he captured the audience. And we were talking about it the other day.
Oh, so emotional.
That ride going into the pandemic, you know, that they were on such a, those arenas were just fire, and everybody was behind Cody.
Yeah. It was a good time for Cody.
Yeah, it was an amazing time in general, because it was a movement. It was an absolute movement.
I've never had such like visceral reactions to sports or entertainment or anything on TV as a whole as I have watching AEW. Just the emotional roller coasters, the surprises, the sheer level of athleticism. Like my soul leaves my body every pay-per-view at least once.
Yeah, I mean it does, and it's been a hell of a ride. You know, that's just talking about the 5 years. I know that something happened along the way where, be it CM Punk or be it Jim Cornette,
right?
Be it a combination of a few things like that, where some podcasters seem to have gotten, you know, more popular just from their, you know, oh, what's the crazy guy going to say today?
Right.
You know, and it's fun to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so funny to me because, and I'm not going to fall into that trap. I'm not going to be super negative right now. But what's funny to me is before AEW, actually, you know, even in like a year into AEW, everybody on these same podcasts shit all over WWE.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing they did.
Yeah.
And they would talk about this and that. And I'm talking before that, because I know their narrative now is, you know, Papa H came and saved everything, and they're not that company they were then, and everything's washed, and we're all beautiful now.
It's pure again.
Yeah, it's purity, you know.
They say going into this weekend.
Right. And going to Saudi Arabia. It's clean blood money. But you know, that's the funny thing, and they're great at building narratives. Yeah. They really are great. They're the best at building narratives. They really are, considering some of the things. And it's funny to me, some of these podcasters that, you know, die on that hill are the same ones who lost their jobs once in the territories because of getting their territory stolen from them. Yeah. I mean, how easily they forget. Yeah. And it was like they were public enemy number one, and, you know, all these unbelievable, that guy who came out and said wrestling was, you know, not real. Right. I mean, that's like all these things over the years. Yeah. And then it becomes cool to, you know, say this stuff about these people. And it's just weird to me. Unfortunately, negativity tends to pay the bills, because I don't know what it is about human beings and wanting to listen to people say horrible things about other people. I know, but we still watch all of it. And we still root. As much as we can get our grubby little paws on. We still root for the girls in WWE just as much as the girls in AEW, and really want them to have great shows. Yes, we do. You know, it's absolutely not our bag, but, you know, and a lot of times what I see is rushed matches, you know. Terrible finishes. Yeah, terrible finishes. A lot of great talk, and then like 30 seconds of action. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. It doesn't keep our fancy quite the same. No, our fancy's not taking that much with that. Our fancy involves, you know, some real intense matches with storytelling baked in. Yeah, absolutely. And with that said, that's our, you know, happy birthday AEW. Yes, and why don't we get into what we're going to be seeing this weekend? Absolutely. And what they've got in store for the 5th Double or Nothing. So yeah, here's where our little bullet point will be. We can mark this time if you want to just listen to the review. Yes. And not the love fest. Yes, this is the review section of the podcast. Here you go. Starting with the buy-in, we only have one match announced so far for the buy-in. I imagine more will be added on Collision 10 or 20. Somewhere along those lines. But the match we do have is very exciting because it's a women's match where Deonna Purrazzo will take on Thunder Rosa in a bit of a grudge match. They've been at each other's throats here recently, very much. Yeah, so can I be negative? Yes. Not mean negative. Speak your mind, please. I would rather run my head into that wall over there, causing a great concussion, than to have to watch that match.
Understandable. After what we've seen on the past couple of pay-per-views,
this has nothing to do with Thunder Rosa or Deonna Purrazzo. It's something about them versus one another.
Right. It doesn't feel like a stellar matchup. But we could be wrong.
I don't get the feeling.
Right.
When they face, it feels clunky to me. It feels insincere. It feels forced.
Yeah, and it all kind of just comes from that one tag team match where Thunder Rosa tagged herself in. Like,
she's like irrationally upset about it.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
They got really mad at each other over that tag team match.
Yeah, like she's
calm down.
So I don't like people in my normal walk of life that get irrationally mad about something very small.
Yeah.
So I would be really happy if Thunder Rosa came out before the match and was like, you know what? I got some shit going on.
I'm not actually that mad.
Yeah, I'm totally projecting right now. And
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
But I guess the story here is that they both want the women's title.
Right.
They both lost to Tony when they faced her for it via cheating. So
they should be teaming up.
It seems like they should be on the same side, but I guess they both kind of feel entitled to that spot at the top. So they're going to try to take each other out while they wait on another chance to get their hands on the title.
And Jamie will return during this and just beat them both up.
Just be like, this is our house.
Listen, bro, I have a big feeling about Britt Baker because Ringside Collectibles put out this Target exclusive pre-order, and it's a double or nothing package with Britt wearing all pink.
Yeah.
Is that from an old Double or Nothing? Do you remember that pink outfit? I don't.
It could have been from the Owen Hart tournament, maybe.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but that's the only thing that comes to mind.
That'd have to be it. I mean, one would think.
One would think, yes. The Hart Cup.
Yeah.
As far as Double or Nothing goes, there's actually kind of a tradition of women-related surprises on the cards. Like 2 years ago, Athena showed up.
Right.
And last year, Chris Statlander made her return to win the TBS title. So,
has it only been 2 years since Amber Moon? I mean...
Athena.
It
has, but it feels like...
I didn't even say the name right.
Amber Moon.
Good old Amber Moon. It sounds like a girl dated or something.
It feels like we've had her for so much longer. But yeah, she's done all this crazy stuff in 2 years.
Yeah, she has. It's wild.
It is wild. But as far as this match goes, I feel like I'm kind of leaning toward Deonna winning this match just because we have that whole storyline of Tony tapping out to Deonna in their match when the ref couldn't see it. And it just seems like we're leading into them reuniting again in another match. So we'll see how that match goes.
I think that it's hard because both of these women seem like they have to win.
Right? Like it feels like there can't be a solid, clean winner here.
Thunder Rosa though kind of goes to that camp of, you know, I have to win because God wants me to win.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like it's one of those.
Yeah. It does feel like the God's favorite champion.
Yeah. If I lose, an angel dies.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I would probably go with Deonna.
Yeah.
On this as well.
Maybe one of them gets a wild hair and does some cheating of their own.
Yeah, hopefully.
But we'll see. Yeah. It's a buy-in match, so it'll probably be like
one of the greatest women's matches I've seen up there was a buy-in match.
Oh yeah.
In outdoors.
Speaking of someone that's on this card.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, main card, we will see Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta in a clean, in the ring, no gimmicks wrestling match.
So,
just two men facing off.
How much do you trust the fact when pro wrestling says, when they just tell you over the top, clean? That's the gimmick in the match, is it's a clean match.
I trust it 0%. I trust Trent Beretta even less.
You almost have to call it a gimmick match.
Yeah. It is a gimmick match because it's no gimmicks.
Yeah. It's the Chris Candido Open. It's crazy, though.
I love this story so much.
I do, too.
They've done it so well.
I really do. I think it's very underrated, and I think it'll be looked back on fondly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, their first match they had on Dynamite was good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fantastic. And the whole inclusion of Don Callis has been weird and fun. I love it.
Yeah. So I really feel like Trent Beretta has to go over.
Yeah.
If you're building Trent as a singles and a heel, especially if what's happened, like I feel like Trent has to go strong.
Yeah. What better way to build a heel than beating the tar out of Orange Cassidy?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about 5 years, right?
Yeah.
One of the staples.
Yeah. One of the best.
One of the true pillars.
Fan favorites.
Not the baby pillars, like true pillar.
Yeah.
Of AEW.
You can't go to an AEW show without seeing at least 5 people dressed as Orange Cassidy, okay?
Yeah.
To this day.
Absolutely. The guy's over as hell. And I think that he loses nothing from losing this.
No.
In the eyes of anyone.
Especially if it's not a 100% clean.
It won't be.
Between the ropes wrestling match.
No, it won't be. My prediction, other than winner or loser, is I think that Chuck, I think we get Chucky T show up. And I believe that there's going to be, it's going to be one of those old deals. Like, let's say ref's knocked out, Don's there, all this good stuff. And there's a chair involved.
Right.
Maybe Don's handing the chair.
Yeah.
And Chucky comes out, grabs the chair, and then hits Orange.
Instead of Trent.
And
we're all like, no, Chucky, why?
And you get the best friends back. But
evil best friends.
Evil best friends, which we love those guys.
Yeah, I definitely think Trent needs to win this match, and I think it would make all the sense in the world to have him go on this monster heel run just straight out the gate.
We need Orange to be lost in Cleveland. So
yes, he needs his moment of being at the rock bottom so he can fight his way back, and we can all cheer for him.
Absolutely. Even though you can arguably say Mimosa Open or whatever was the
was the rock bottom.
Yeah,
the Mimosa Open. Sounds like a tennis competition.
I wish it was.
For the World Championship match.
How dare you.
Chris Jericho, the current champion. The Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. My bad.
Wow, you're trying to get some points here.
Versus Hook versus Katsuyori Shibata. With For the World rules, which sound exactly the same as FTW rules.
Yeah, just chaos and
mayhem, I think he put it.
Over the top. And Jericho comes alive on the big matches.
He does. He never disappoints when he's in there on a big show.
he delivers. It doesn't matter how he gets there.
Yeah.
What he looks like getting there.
And after seeing his match against Shibata recently, like that was a killer match.
It was.
So I'm excited to see what they pull out here. And I love the little wrinkle of Samoa Joe being like, what is wrong with you guys? You need to work together because you're friends and you have an ace in your pocket. That's Shibata. Like it's so funny.
Samoa Joe is talent.
He is
like just unbelievable, and he adds something to everything. I love too that he is part of this. Shibata has been incredible to get over with the modern audience because so many people didn't know who he was, and they didn't know this guy's one of the gods of wrestling.
Exactly.
So instead of just resting on his laurels and being like, F these guys, I'm a god of wrestling.
Right. They should know who I am kind of thing.
He earned his stripes. He came out here in the openers. He went to Ring of Honor. He's went out there and proven himself with people and earned like a new character would. Mm-hmm. And then the funny stuff, adding in the thing with the translator. Yeah, that was a stroke of genius because something funny like that for such a serious guy will always get over. The guy has a set of word and is one of the most charismatic characters we have. I know. It's so weird. Like we never hear him actually speak, but he's got such personality. Yeah. And so many wrestlers are missing that key component. Yeah, he gets it. He just exudes it. I think he gets it like timing, He does. Timing is everything, and he's matches. A funny dude. His matches never like are sucky. You know what I mean? Like these matches are always great. Shibata's the wrestler. Yeah, for a reason. He is the wrestler. So I think this is super interesting. I think you got, with Hook and everybody involved. I think Hook goes over. Oh yeah, I could see that, but I feel like something's going to happen that allows Jericho to keep it a little longer
between Hook and Shibata. Maybe like proving Samoa Joe's point that they should have helped each other rather than fighting each other while Chris Jericho's there.
Good call.
I honestly would love to see Joe, Shibata, and Hook make like a little team.
I agree totally.
They all got a similar
They seem like
vibe.
It seems like Joe could have a good stable.
Yeah.
And
just killers.
yeah, that would be really cool too and funny. But I agree with you. I mean, absolutely, that's good booking.
If not Redwood himself getting involved because it's for the world rules. So.
Yes, I mean, I already expected that.
Yeah.
So, but Joe can get involved as well.
He could.
So I think it's an unofficial thing of having Joe and Redwood in there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, though. It really is, because
I feel like it's going to be chaos.
I mean, he called chaos for it, so he's already got it in mind.
Yes.
It's hard to give a winner, but I think you're right. I'm going to go with you. I think Jericho somehow figures out a way to keep it.
But surprisingly, it won't be the most chaotic match of the
night.
And
how funny is it this guy went from getting essentially booed out of the building for no good reason, but getting...
Just because people get bored.
Yeah, we were too.
Yeah, we were like, God, please
We
stop.
were totally tired. We were like, come on, listen.
But it happens like once a year.
Yeah.
We're all like, please stop showing us Chris Jericho. And then Chris Jericho's like, but what if I do this?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we hated ourselves. Remember that? We were like, I'm not going to get over this. But then he starts pointing fun at everything that you're mad about.
And taking the pictures with the big cheesy smile for the graphics. It's too much.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So
we just shouldn't doubt the man. I don't know why we even try.
I was influenced.
For a chance at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
They call it eliminators these days.
Yes, in an eliminator match, we will see Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita, which, holy crap, when this match was announced, it's just one of those matches that feels good, you know?
So with Forbidden Door coming up, we have an opportunity to have a guy that's one of the absolute best in Japan.
Yes.
The absolute best.
Yeah.
But not a New Japan guy.
No.
Okay?
By any means.
You talk about forbidden doors.
having the DDT guy out there.
If you have Takeshita freaking beat Jon Moxley.
Oh, gosh.
And get a title shot. The New Japan guys were already...
They're already up in arms.
Yeah, they're already up in arms. They're already pissed off. You know, storyline wise, they hate AEW, these gaijins and whatever.
Right.
Obviously storyline, but this is great.
It's going to be amazing.
I mean, either way, it's going to be a great match.
Yeah. I believe you were live the last time these two fought each other, and it was brutal.
Yeah, it was very brutal.
So I can't wait to see what they pull out this time. Like, Takeshita's got a new character now, so.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, again, two guys that never let us down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this match is pay-per-view worthy. This is truly like a dream match.
Yeah, and it's got stakes, like big stakes, especially for Takeshita. And I'm hard pressed to say that he doesn't win this match.
Yeah, I think that
as much as I'd love to see Mox go over on pay-per-view.
I mean, listen, if it's just a knockout, dead out, I'm killing somebody. And we have a great 20-minute match and Mox goes over, fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Fine, but
it's an eliminator match.
Yeah.
They didn't immediately give him the title match.
No, they didn't.
Feels like it's for a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Takeshita here. We're just on the same page tonight. I love to see it. For the unified AEW World Trios Championships, fairly new match that's just been made a couple days ago.
Thank God.
The Bang Bang Gang of Jay White and the Guns will take on Death Triangle,
yes,
Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Penta. Oh my gosh. When he came out and was like, I've got two people that I think would be happy to team with me to take you guys on. We knew it was coming, but it didn't really sink in until they played the music and the lights started lighting up.
I got me, Bridge.
Death Triangle.
My Bridge.
I love them so much.
He's our little troll that guards his little bridge, and just because he's freaking evil, I love all of these guys. The funny thing is, this 6-man is this trios is mind-blowing for us.
It's a dream match.
Because we love all these guys.
Absolutely.
The who doesn't love Lucha Bros? But Lucha Bros, you can never go wrong with having a match with them. They're fantastic. But together, Death Triangle has, day in and day out, proven to be the greatest trios.
Yeah, like you forget sometimes, and then they show up, and you're like, holy crap, why aren't these guys like champions from day one?
So with Switchblade in there and the guns, you can
excited.
You can guarantee this. This one will be up there in the...
Oh, yeah. It'll be way up there.
Maybe up in the match of the night territory.
Yeah, it absolutely could steal match of the night with the kind of caliber of work that it's going to have in it.
Given the time they give it, it could totally be match of the night.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, I don't see Death Triangle taking the win here. I feel like the Bang Bang Gang's not done with those trios titles yet.
So I don't know. I truly feel that they do.
You think Death Triangle back on top?
Yeah.
I would love to see that, but I feel personally that the Bang Bang Gang is going to pull this one out.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
so we're split on this one.
We finally found one we disagree on. Next, for the AEW International Championship, Roderick Strong will be taking on Will Ospreay.
Now, this one's crazy, okay?
It's insane.
So a few days ago, I would have told you, without a doubt,
right?
This is a Will Ospreay showcase. Roddy's got, he's going to be able to give him a great match, make him show, all blah, 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 blah. And that was until I listened to Roddy doing a promo. And not a promo, but an interview.
Right.
And in the interview, he was just straight up like, look, I think people forget who I am until there's a match.
Yeah.
And then I remind them who I am. And this kid is great. This kid is the future. This kid is going to be long time this, but I'm Roderick Strong.
Right.
And I am at the top of my game, and I am going to, expose Will for the little things he doesn't have.
Yeah.
And, and take him into the deepest waters possible.
There does seem to be a bit of like extra heavy fire between these two, which I love to see.
But Will Ospreay then gives a bloodied promo after, and then you guys should go out of your way to go watch this promo that happened after Dynamite went off the air. And again, fire as hell, right? So they've got incredible matchup potential here. I mean, this is going to be good.
Yeah, like it's Will Ospreay for one. So
the
in a singles match,
stars.
yes. And Roderick Strong in every singles match he ever has just wows me more and more. I don't know, like he always finds a way to step it up.
Even the street fight. Remember that street fight?
The random street fight, yes, with Chris Jericho.
It's one of my favorite freaking matches of all time on Dynamite.
Yeah. When Adam Cole wasn't allowed in the building and Roddy like baited Jericho out. It was so good.
Yeah. It was
the whole thing.
It was an incredible match.
His match against Kyle on the last show was insanely good. Yeah. He just proves every time why he's like the right guy to hold this title, I think. And
it's very much a title for him.
I feel like if for no other reason that Will Ospreay should be like held out for a bigger title. No offense to the international title. No, I love it.
We want Will Ospreay versus Swerve.
Yes, absolutely.
In London.
Yes, and Wembley, preferably.
He can totally build his way up to that. And this loss, especially, here's how it's going to happen. The Don Callis thing it's time to end.
Yeah, it's time to get Will Ospreay out of there.
So Will is not a heel.
No, by any means.
And he's not been thrown out yet. No. So I think that this comes down to two things. I think it comes down to Tiger Driver 91. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes down to Don Callis, right?
Right.
So Don Callis, I believe, is going to want him to do it. Mm-hmm. And say, all right, kid, he'll be on commentary.
Right.
It's time for and to get up and like, showing the motion for it.
Yeah.
And Will not, doing it, which is going to be the demise. It's going to, and that's going to be also the problem. And he's going to either that or he's going to completely break up with Don, at that point.
Because there's been little inkling of it here and there, and where he doesn't like how the way the Don Callis family operates, clearly. But I think that there'll definitely be shenanigans, whether it's from the Undisputed Kingdom, the Don Callis family, or both. But I I truly feel like Roderick is the person to hold this particular title for longer.
Yeah.
If not until Orange Cassidy's able to come back and get it and get it again. I don't know. There may be someone else that I'm like, oh, he's perfect for the international title.
So because of the screw job, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if we can be in 5 stars, but
probably not.
I can't say it won't be though, because the guys had more than anybody ever.
And even then, you can't really live up to your last pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
Considering the match it was.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect opportunity to just have a complete schmoz.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be one of the best things you've ever seen.
It's going to be an amazing match. Yeah. It's going to be a Will Ospreay match, but we're in agreement that Roderick wins in some fashion.
Absolutely.
Probably unfairly.
Absolutely, just because it seems too obvious.
For the AEW Women's World Championship, our illustrious champion, Toni Storm, will be taking on Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
In a match that has been better built than I expected it to be over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too.
You got Deeb giving her impassioned promo and Toni not caring even a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Serena flipping that back on her by attacking her after her tag team match with Mariah and sitting on her with a chair to do a Boston Crab. And
doing a strip tease and wrapping herself in the flag.
Oh, Toni wrapping herself up in the Deeb Dojo flag is just...
Which Deeb is now auctioning off that flag.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her for getting some back on Toni.
And you know she's going to make some money.
Oh yeah, that's the flag that was wrapped around Toni Storm.
Naked Toni Storm.
Yeah, like who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this match. I think it has a lot of little things here and there, little wrinkles. We've seen that Toni can sometimes struggle against technical wrestlers, where she tapped to Deanna in that one match, and we've seen Serena Deeb really pull it out on pay-per-view, like we mentioned, the match she and Riho had on the buy-in back in the day was amazing. So I think she's really going to step it up here and show why she's still in the game and why she's the professor of professional wrestling, as she calls herself.
Yeah, I personally think Toni Storm, without a doubt, wins this match.
Oh yeah, Toni's going to win.
Yeah, but I do think that there's potential again for surprises.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. If there's going to be a women's surprise, probably in this match, probably most likely in the Mercedes match.
It's in the Mercedes match.
But this is for the big women's belt, so I can't imagine there won't at least be some kind of challenge.
How about just a great match and Toni goes over after, after a hell of a match? Yeah,
I would love that. Absolutely. And this is very much like, we know what this all is. It's a defense for Toni. It's like a pit stop on the larger journey to what I assume is going to be Toni versus Mariah at some point. Yeah. Potentially in Wembley, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. But I feel like it's going to be a good match regardless.
And I think we have, Toni versus Mina.
Yeah, for Forbidden Door for sure. Yeah. That'll probably exacerbate the whole Mariah angle. Yeah, because she's playing both sides.
She's going to be totally in the middle of it. So
yeah, it's both her ladies,
and that's who she's gonna. It's going to be like, whose side is she going to take? And
it'll be so fun.
We'll find out.
I cannot wait. For the AEW TNT Championship, Adam Copeland will face Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match.
So that escalated.
It escalated so far. Get that kid off the escalator.
So this, nice call. So I can't even. We had the bloodbath on Dynamite, right?
That looked so painful. Did you see how hard that stuff was coming down from the ceiling?
Yeah, that looked like it about knocked him out.
Ouch.
I was expecting a cow to fall with it. I mean, it was crazy, but it was insane. And
Adam carried him.
I love Cope. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he just gets me excited when he comes out. Yeah. And his matches have been so damn good.
He's amazing.
It's stupid how good his matches have been.
One of the best to do it.
I'm excited that Malachi's on this pay-per-view without it being a freaking 6-man.
Yeah. Singles match for Malachi Black.
Single match Jones.
Even if it's in a barbed wire cage.
It's in a damn barbed wire. It's in a barbed wire cage, which we know it's going to be super violent on a super violent show already.
Yeah.
There's matches on this show.
They're going to have to space this stuff out.
That are guaranteed violent.
Yes.
And I am so freaking excited about this.
Me too.
because it's going to be amazing. It really is. I don't know how it's going to go. I have a feeling, though, that we might get the Malachi Black title win.
You think? You think it'll be coupled with Adam turning to the dark side?
I think that there's going to be something happen. I mean,
it's going to be disgusting, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. However it goes, it's going to be great. It's so hard for me. It's hard for me to pick against Adam Copeland after everything he's been through. I'm going to root for him
to get this title.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe him tapping into that dark side is what puts him over the top in the end.
Yeah.
If not an appearance by his lovely wife.
Oh, that would be great.
Because of the whole wedding ring thing, you know?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So,
yeah.
I'm voting for Adam Copeland to win and keep the TNT title for a little longer.
All right.
So, we're into our triple main event now.
Oh, yes, the triple main event.
3 main events on this show.
Just pick a damn.
Starting with the AEW TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale will take on the debuting in the ring Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
In a rematch from the final match Mercedes had before her injury, because she was injured in that match.
So this one is going to be a match that people talk about because those who didn't see Mercedes in, New Japan, they're going to be very surprised.
Yeah, you don't understand. If you didn't see those matches, you don't understand the caliber of what she's truly capable of.
Yeah, she was very impressive.
Oh God,
and
so good.
Just blew our minds then because we had only seen her from what she done. I mean, she did great matches with.
Yeah, she's absolutely talented, and she had amazing matches throughout her entire career, as we've covered in the past. But seeing her completely free to do as she pleases, free to completely be herself and show off and show out, is just on another level completely.
Well, like she said, without the handcuffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited about this, however it goes.
Yeah, it's so interesting because Willow just won the belt.
Yeah.
But you got to think about what the money is for Forbidden Door and who should be defending this title potentially against a huge talent from overseas somewhere.
But no matter who you put her against, it's going to be money. And or Monet. So you can, the surprise we were talking about, right? You can have so many people pop back in right here.
Yeah.
So, and it would be fantastic. It would, you could do a couple things here with having somebody attack and Monet save Willow.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, my money, because of everything we've seen, would be on a Chris Statlander turn on Willow. Absolutely. Unfortunately,
just because it's been built that way, and I know we've talked about a bunch of turns, but one of them's going to happen. Damn it!
Even the little whisper from Trent to Chris, planting little seeds here and there.
Yeah, and all the Stokely stuff. I mean, you can totally see something happening there with Chris, and I don't know which way it's going to go for Mercedes. So
me either, but
you think Mercedes is going to win this match?
I think Mercedes is going to win this match and be the new TBS champion.
Okay, so do I.
All right. For our second main event, we have the Elite, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson versus Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, and Darby Allin in an Anarchy in the Arena match.
All right.
All the other chaos needs to take a seat.
There's no way to predict stuff in this match.
No. They could do anything.
You've either seen it or you haven't. And these matches are spectacles.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're entertaining the whole time.
Yes.
Maybe we'll even get a song played the whole time.
They're crazy from top to bottom. They don't stop.
They just don't stop. Somebody's going to get injured, unfortunately.
It happens every time.
Every time. Because boys will be boys.
Yes.
But it's... I think that you have to, and I mean have to, put the Elite over Strong.
Yes, I agree with you.
It's
not time to defeat the Elite yet.
No.
You can't do it.
And the Elite have to go over. AEW has to be in peril.
Yes.
And that way we can have our heroes.
Yeah, you gotta have, because we need somebody like insane to come and like save the day against the Elite. And it's not time yet. Mm-mm. The Elite's just getting started with their takeover.
I think that, there's ways to do it. Okay, there's ways to have Team AEW win. I just feel that it's Team Elite.
I do too.
So...
And I feel awful that Eddie got hurt and can't be in this match because he kind of embodies like AEW as a whole, but including Darby Allin is probably the smartest thing you could ever do, despite the fact that he's injured himself countless times in the past few months.
He went on Final Destination. He went, got hit by the bus, right?
Yes.
And he already had the hurt.
He's under the ring, gets bonked on the head.
Yeah, the kid's just a walking medical dilemma.
This match was made for him, though.
It is.
I can't imagine what he's going to do, and I'm terrified to find out.
Well, hopefully it won't be a flamethrower.
Please don't bring the flamethrower to the arena.
Let's put the flamethrower away.
He didn't seem like he knew how to turn it off.
No.
He was just carrying it behind him, still lit.
Yeah, I'm going to bury that one.
He had a permit for it, though, so it's okay.
The flamethrower goes into my Matt Hardy.
That goes in the calm down section.
It goes into my teleport section of my mind.
It was just too much.
Yeah,
it was over the
teleportation gets just the drawer got opened. I dropped a flamethrower in it.
So the Elite go over here.
Yes.
Stay strong and take over the company even more.
Yeah, I think there is going to be surprises and fun stuff in it for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be stuff that makes us laugh, makes us cry,
and the Bucks are going to debut their pumps.
Yes, they're wearing their Reebok pumps.
That'll be good enough.
And in the true main event of the evening for the AEW World Championship, we will see Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. And just the beauty that's been done around this match.
So, do you remember back when MJF was champion?
I do.
There was so much with the devil stuff and everything, but there was a moment when MJF had this vocal battle with Swerve in the hallway.
Yes, when he was trying to figure out who the devil was.
Right. And those barbs that went back and forth, because they have so much history on the indies, which we were there for.
Yes. We were there for a piece of it. And, all this stuff happened, and it was some great classic back and forth that we wanted that match so badly right then. Yeah, like, I was like, okay. And the whole... Do that. There's levels to this, that he talked to Swerve, and now Swerve's holding that belt. Yes.
And I think that, the rumors are out there. The rumors are just out there. They hadn't been out there really, and they came out of nowhere.
The rumors be rumoring.
So I think that MJF, I think we can get Swerve to win this, and then some MJF after it. Maybe
MJF is your call.
I think that's my surprise.
For the big one.
Yeah, I think Swerve definitely goes over. It's going to be a great match.
Yeah, Christian never disappoints in the big matches either.
I believe Christian is the right opponent.
Yeah. And the story's been just amazing with Nick and everything.
Going back around on that with Nick has been great. It was a good call. It was. But I think Christian, I feel like there might be a story tethered through the night.
Probably.
And, so I think we come out of Double or Nothing with almost a reset. To get us to London. Yeah, it's kind of like this is where it starts. Yeah. Heading towards Wembley. Right. So you're not pulling Hangman out of the bag immediately for Swerve. Listen, I'm all for it. Yeah. I am absolutely all for it. So any surprises, anybody making their returns. Yes. Anything that you can give us, any little modicum of fun. Yeah, any of the guys. We're all for it. Any of the guys coming back, any of the girls coming back. We've had quite a few heavy hitters that are on the sidelines. Yeah. Jamie Hayter's been out for a full year now. Yeah. Just feels like it's been so much longer than that. It does. It really does. But I agree. I think Swerve definitely keeps the belt here and in a stellar match and probably some interference and all that good stuff. But it's going to be fun to see who ends up. I feel like there's going to be a big challenge after this match. Yeah. I feel like there's a hell of a lot. There's so much. There's a hell of a lot on this card and a hell of a lot of great stuff. There's nothing on here that I kind of roll my eyes at and I'm like, no. I don't want to really see that.
Yeah, there's no I'm definitely gonna go pee and get a snack during that match kind of match.
No, we're gonna have trouble peeing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hold it.
Yeah, but it seems like it's just loaded. It's stacked. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm so excited. And it's Memorial Day weekend, so you don't have to work the next day.
Yeah, most people don't. Yeah. So, it's gonna be fantastic.
I can't wait. And I can't wait to see if we're right. We were pretty much aligned on our picks, except for one here and there. So it'll be fun to see if we're right.
Hopefully we split those.
If any of our surprises that we predicted happen.
Yeah. Well, and we got a huge weekend.
Oh my God.
Because we got Marigold.
Yes, Marigold.
We've got Stardom.
Yeah. We've got the King of the Ring.
Yeah. We got the King and Queen of the Ring.
Yes.
So we got a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. I can't wait for a full jam-packed weekend of just pure professional wrestling.
So when we come back to you guys on Tuesday,
we'll have so much to cover.
Yeah,
it's gonna be insane.
Be looking for it. This was a special edition, but you're gonna have just from now to Tuesday. It's gonna be enough for
a full show.
Yeah, a huge full show, and we can't wait.
And make sure you're following us on Twitter specifically at Wrestling Is Her, because we are going to be live tweeting our butts off during the pay-per-view.
Live tweet Jones.
And during Marigold probably, and anything else we watch.
Everything. We're going to be up and awake for all of it. We're not going to sleep at all. We're excited as hell. You need to be excited as hell. It's a holiday weekend. It's summer, baby. We're coming in with some of the best wrestling all weekend long. I am so pumped up.
Harumph. But that is it for this episode of Wrestling Is Her. I'm Raja, he's John, and we'll see you next time. Bye!